Pipelines is the topic of the week as the Trudeau government tries to thread the needle on this very difficult subject. Now, we already knew the Trudeau government wants to approve at least one pipeline, most likely Kinder Morgan's to Burnaby. But now we're seeing some hints that the door might be open on the very controversial Northern Gateway pipeline to Prince Rupert. Now let's step back for a minute. In 2014, Justin Trudeau said if he becomes Prime Minister, Northern Gateway, quote, will not happen, quote. That's pretty clear, right? And during the election campaign, he promised a tanker moratorium on BC's north coast, which would represent a huge barrier for Enbridge, as both its preferred and second favorite terminals would be located on that very coast. His campaign platform also said local communities effectively had a veto over major projects. Now, I don't think he imagined when that platform was written that he was going to be heading a majority government right now, running a $2 trillion economy. This week, Enbridge said it expects the government will launch a new round of consultations with First Nations on the Northern Gateway project, and that the federal government is open to the project. Trudeau spoke at a news conference Wednesday, and I asked him whether this was true. He said his view hasn't changed, but he wouldn't repeat what he said in 2014, that Northern Gateway simply won't happen under his watch. He also refused to speculate on whether his government was more open to this project if the terminal was moved from Kitimat to Prince Rupert. Is Trudeau really opening the door a bit to Northern Gateway, or is he just trying to play it safe and appear to be neutral in order to avoid a potential Enbridge lawsuit? Time will tell. The implications for Trudeau politically are pretty interesting. He's 50% in the polls, so he probably feels pretty safe. But here's the problem. He made it clear before the election that Kinder Morgan was a potentially reasonable project for him. But he was absolutely clear as well that Northern Gateway was dead if he became Prime Minister. Now, if he appears to be shuffling, I think that could hurt him in BC, because even among people who are pro-pipeline or frankly in the middle or don't really care, they might look at this and think, oh, okay, this guy sold us a bit of a bill of goods in order to get elected. And I think that's what he has to be worried about.